Marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
They'll find Reynolds over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Let's go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. From the 46, here's second and a couple.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Ward. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Titans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, this is blocked. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. You talk about this Titan defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They give him a gain of 37.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Up the middle, it's Harvey. And then the mover his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second down and 6 now.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Harvey. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
They're right there at the one. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Let's go now.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Ready.
Sampson will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Titans are able to move back in front.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
They'll try and throw for it.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Marvin Mims,
25 yards for the touchdown.
and the Broncos have taken the lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 2. Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
It is fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Ready, ready.
And here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Here's Ward.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We can look at this Bronco defense.
They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've
first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw, here's Ward. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again. To the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23.
That's another Broncos first down. It's a gain of 20.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they went to the challenge.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
7 yards. And it's 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to 5. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Well, he wants Reynolds way downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 47 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
Let's go.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking at it. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
He's to the 10.
And all the way home for the Broncos score.
Dylan Sampson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Right after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1.
A little juke. A second nice move, a spin. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something which is wrong with the ball or the wind or something is funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Ready. Ready.
Throwing is Ward. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Chigakokwo from a yard out. And the Titans are back within a score.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the kick.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. The 20. 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Dylan Sampson
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trailed by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, played the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Let's go now.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. Over the middle, he's got to Straw.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To throw is Ward. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
At the 47-yard line.
Throwing now, Ward. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Come on, set.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one out. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break up their routes quickly as well.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Ward. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Okay, ready?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun. Moore. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Let's go now. 19 left, 60 back.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Titans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Isaac to Slaw from 4 yards out. And the Titans have got it back to within a score. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Titans 26.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Got it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Broncos.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now a give right side. Sampson to about the 26 here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
A 44-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Come on, come on.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
From the gun, here's Ward. Open man, that's too slow. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Isaac Tesslaw with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans have cut the lead back down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Here's third down and 4. He'll look to throw. And he's caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Harvey now on 1st and 10 to about the 48-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. He'll swing this out to Sampson. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Harrison Davis on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
That's complete downfield to Okonkwo. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready? Bronco 80. 18
And now an audible here into something else. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Go.
Now Ward. Got his man, Okonkwo. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, Ward. Now he's going to step up and run. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with nice bouncing.
Now a hit and a loose football. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he won't quite make it to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Walker with a grab, left side. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
2nd and 11. He finds his man, complete. That's Castro. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's almost turned it. That's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Ready.
At the 27-yard line.
Let's go. 60 reps. 60 reps. Ready?
Back to throw again. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 19 yards away. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Get it.
To throw, here's Ward. A short throw taken in by Conquo. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Come on, set, go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Here's Ward. He'll try and do this himself. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Castro. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready. Set, cut.
On first down, Sampson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
41-yard line.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Right back to him on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Dylan Sampson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Let go.
A quick throw completed and flat out left. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Throwing is Ward. Looking middle, and it's complete. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's another Titans
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Let's ready.
They'll try to run this one in. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
A loss of 2 on the play.
60 Maverick,
It's
60
third
Maverick.
down and goal to go.
Now Ward, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they start at their own 24-yard line. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And 3rd quarter here, you've got to lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Set. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. Oh, and Nelson spaced operating. Boy, 196 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Harrison Davis to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now, Ward. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Get it. Cowboy 80.
Ward. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Ready.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace. Look at the big man rumble. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chigakaklo, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Now for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Broncos 61, Titans 43.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Ready.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Broncos send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
To throw is Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
70.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
Come on.
But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Touchdown! A great play there. 41 yards. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Dylan Sampson, 77 yards. And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
To kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Get it. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Ward off the play fake. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Ready, ready.
2nd and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Looking to throw. Ward. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First and 10 at the
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
On the ready.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Left thing. Let's go. Stop Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Ward. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30.
And the Titans
70
first down. First and 10 at the 30.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw. And it's a Titans touchdown from 6 yards away. And the Titans get a bit closer. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready, ready. 52 blue. Cut.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And they got half half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here we go. Red 38.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Broncos, they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.